What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everyone's doing well out there today. We're talking about some rankings here for Week 15 fantasy football. We got our top 24 quarterbacks, and we got our quick and dirty top 30 running backs here for Week 15. The fantasy playoffs are upon us, and are you ready for the best damn rankings in the land? Well, here we go. We're kicking it right off with our top 24 quarterbacks. And right off the bat here, shouldn't be a surprise. We got Jalen Hurts, Philadelphia Eagles, going up against the Chicago Bears on an Eagles offense that just keeps scoring at will. Number 2, I put Justin Herbert right here at number 2. A great matchup going up against Tennessee that can't stop anyone through the air as of right now. So I got Herbert at 2. 3, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, going up against the Houston Texans. Not a great matchup, but could have back Mecole Hardman, which bumps up that ceiling even higher. Got him at 3. 4, Josh Allen. Could be some inclement weather in this Buffalo game here on Saturday evening against the Miami Dolphins. Dropped him down a couple spots to number 4. 5 is Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys. And they have a matchup going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team right now that's playing pretty well in Jacksonville. This could turn into a shootout quick. Got Dak at 5. 6, Justin Fields coming off his bye week. Man, am I hoping for a big rushing day here this week in what is a very difficult matchup for him going up against Philadelphia. 7, Kirk Cousins, Minnesota Vikings. And it took long enough for him to start incorporating more people, but Adam Thielen, all of a sudden a thing again. Got him at number 7 is Kirk Cousins. 8, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals, a matchup going up against Tampa Bay. Really hoping that he has all of his studs at his disposal. Don't forget, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst, they're all banged up right now. Could use a little bit more help for Joe Burrow. Got him at 8. 9, Trevor Lawrence, who's looking great here the past couple weeks. Actually, the entire offense in Jacksonville looking really good here as of late. Got him at 9. 10, Aaron Rodgers in that primetime game. Monday Night Football, followed by number 11, Tom Brady, Tampa Bay, in that matchup going up against Joe Burrow in Tampa Bay. Hoping for him and Mike Evans to finally connect this week. 12, Geno Smith playing Thursday Night Football. Very difficult matchup for him going up against San Francisco. Followed by 13, Derek Carr of the Las Vegas Raiders going up against New England. Does he have Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow back? It's a possibility. Got him at 13. 14 is Daniel Jones in that rematch that we saw 2 weeks ago against the Washington Commandos. 15, Deshaun Watson of the Cleveland Browns. He's inching his way up, and if he continues to improve once again this week, he may find himself inside the top 12 next week. 16, Tua Tagovailoa, a very difficult matchup going to Buffalo in a bad weather game in which a lot of his weapons are hurting. Jalen Waddle banged up. Tyreek Hill is banged up. Jeff Wilson Jr. is banged up. Multiple members of the offensive line are hurting Tua all the way down to 16 this week. 17, got Jared Goff a little bit lower this week as well. Detroit's going up against the Jets, and they've limited some pretty decent offenses here as of late, so I'm tempering expectations. Got Goff at 17. 18 is Brock Purdy. Thursday Night Football, and a great matchup for him going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Even though he doesn't have Deebo Samuel, he still has Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle, and that's more than enough. Got 19, Matt Ryan, Indianapolis Colts, Saturday against those Minnesota Vikings that struggle against the pass. Which will then take us down to number 20, and Mike White of the New York Jets. This guy was getting thrown around like a rag doll last week. He wants to continue to tough it out, but he's a little bit beat up. That's why I got him dropped down to number 20. 21, Ryan Tannehill's Tennessee Titans, probably going to be trailing in this game to the Los Angeles Chargers. May have to throw it a little bit more, but we're still unclear on not whether he has Treylon Burks back and whether or not that makes a big enough difference for him to be moved any higher. Pretty inconsistent there in Tennessee. 22, Taylor Heineke of the Washington Commandos in that rematch going up against the Giants. I actually think this kid has the potential for a decent game, but we just haven't seen it consistency-wise, so that's why he's at 22. 23 is Andy Dalton, Mr. Boomer Bust himself, and then 24, Mac Jones, New England Patriots. The only reason he's in the top 24 is he's got a juicy matchup going up against Las Vegas, and we have a beat-up running game right now in New England with a lot of question marks there. I got Mac Jones at 24. But now is the time that you've all been waiting for. That's right, it's time for the running back position for Week 15. Let's dive right into the quick and dirty top 30 running backs for this week. And we'll kick it off with Christian McCaffrey right here at number 1 overall. Remember, Brock Purdy, a little bit banged up as well. No Deebo Samuel. Could see a whole lot of Christian McCaffrey. Got him at number 1. Number 2, Derrick Henry, Tennessee Titans. If they want to have a chance in this game, they need to run Henry heavy and try to keep the ball away from the Chargers, and that offense got Henry at 2. 3, Jonathan Taylor. Maybe the highest I've ranked him in quite some time, but a good matchup on Saturday going up against Minnesota. Number 4, Austin Ekeler. Super tough matchup going up against Tennessee. One of the best run defenses in all of the land, but luckily, Austin Ekeler out there setting career highs in receptions and targets and receiving yards, so you better believe he's still up here inside the top 5 at number 4. Number 5 then, Josh Jacobs, Las Vegas Raiders. Going up against the New England Patriots, a team that we just saw James Conner have some success against. Now, Josh Jacobs himself, dealing with a finger injury, had to have his pinky popped back into place last week. That is not ideal, but for right now, got him at number 5. Which will then take us down to number 6, Tony Pollard of the Dallas Cowboys. Both these guys in this backfield just continue to score points. And in a matchup against Jacksonville, he should have that big play opportunity. Again, number 7, Dalvin Cook going up against the Indianapolis Colts, followed by number 8, Miles Sanders, who's just running wild here as of late and now has an opportunity to do it against Chicago. This week, got him at number 8. Number 9, Joe Mixon. If all these pass-catching weapons are banged up in Cincinnati, somebody's going to have to get more touches. Why not Joe Mixon? Got him at 9, followed by number 10, Sir Nicholas Chubb of the Cleveland Browns. I absolutely hate to see the struggles here as of late for Nick Chubb, but now they have a matchup going up against Baltimore, and Deshaun Watson has really changed this offense overall. Nick Chubb down to number 10. Number 11, Saquon Barkley should be back to full strength hopefully this week for the rematch against the Washington Commandos, a team in which he found a little bit of success against just 2 weeks ago. 12, James Conner. Got a little bit banged up last week, should be good to go, but with no Kyler Murray, should be able to expect a little bit more in the passing game, some dump-offs, some checkdowns going the way of James Conner. Got him at number 12. 13 then, Aaron Jones, Monday Night Football, going up against the Los Angeles Rams in the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. An opportunity for them to really utilize the run late in this game. That's why I got Aaron Jones at 13, followed by 14, Zeke Elliott. We mentioned this backfield when we talked about Tony Pollard. They've just been so consistent and they continue to score touchdowns. Got Zeke at 14. 15 is Isaiah Pacheco in a great matchup this week going up against the Houston Texans that allow points in bunches to running backs. Followed by 16, Alvin Kamara of the New Orleans Saints. A good matchup for him going up against Atlanta, but for whatever reason, New Orleans isn't overly interested with giving Alvin Kamara a lot of touches, so he's at 16. 17, David Montgomery of the Chicago Bears in a very difficult matchup going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, on paper, it shows that it's easier to run on Philly than throw on Philly, but as of late, this overall Philadelphia defense been playing pretty good. Wouldn't be surprised if they limited David Montgomery some, even though the backfield is still just his, so I dropped him down to number 17. 18, Travis Etienne, Jacksonville Jaguars. Can he bounce back in a difficult matchup going up against Dallas? That's why I've dropped him a few spots here to 18. 19, Najee Harris, who's playing better. He's been a solid running back 2 here for multiple weeks and gets a good matchup going up against Carolina. 20, Zonovan Knight, Bam Knight of the New York Jets, going up against the Detroit Lions, which sounds pretty juicy, but the Lions as of late have been shutting down running backs, so got Bam Knight at 20. On to 21 then is Brian Robinson, Washington Commandos, seems to be the guy getting the bulk of the work in the backfield going up against the Giants this week. This is somebody who's seen 20 plus touches a few times over the last month, and really Antonio Gibson been a little bit more boomer bust, so give me Brian Robinson at 21, followed by 22, Jamal Williams of the Detroit Lions. We really don't know what's going on in this backfield for the Detroit Lions, but now they get a matchup this week against a very difficult Jets defense, so we're tempering expectations. Got Jamal Williams at 22. 23 then is J.K. Dobbins of the Baltimore Ravens and his weird-looking knee bumps that he has. He doesn't have full range of motion yet in his left leg, but he's getting touches, he's getting quality touches, he's getting goal line touches, so he's at 23. 24, this is where I have Kenneth Walker of the Seattle Seahawks playing Thursday Night Football against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, he's already a full go in practice, and a lot of people are super pumped to fire up Kenneth Walker. You gotta be a little bit careful. This guy has been overly touchdown dependent and scored over 50% of his points this season in just 3 ball games. We need touchdowns if he's going to be a good start for us. There's a little bit of concern going up against San Francisco. That's why he's at 24. On to 25 then is Donta Foreman, Carolina Panthers, going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Not just the Foreman show in this backfield anymore. Chuba Hubbard coming on strong and has 17 plus touches now in back-to-back games. That's why Donta Foreman down to 25. 26, Rachaad White, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, going up against the Cincinnati Bengals. He's a lock for right around 12 to 15 touches, involvement on the ground and in the passing game, slightly safer as of right now. If he just hold on to the damn football, Rachaad White, he's at 26. 27 is Cam Akers, Los Angeles Rams in a good matchup going up against Green Bay on Monday night. But even when Cam Akers scores touchdowns, he still can't get to 10 fantasy points, so he's at 27. 28 is Cordarrelle Patterson. What does this new look offense look like in Atlanta with Desmond Ridder under center? So got Patterson at 28. 29 is DeAndre Swift in that backfield of the Detroit Lions in a difficult matchup going up against the Jets. And then 30, this is where I put Ramondre Stevenson. It is still unclear whether or not he's going to be healthy enough to play in this game or not with that ankle injury that we saw that pushed him out of the game just before halftime last week. Until we get more information, I'm putting him right here so we don't forget about him. But like I always do, we got 5 guys on the outside looking in to the quick and dirty top 30. Who are they? Well, kind of got like a bonus guy because we just mentioned Ramondre Stevenson, but if we don't know for sure whether or not he's going to play, what do we do if he doesn't? Well, Damian Harris still not ruled out this week. And then Pierre Strong would be my next guy in line that I would want to start in this backfield. We're paying close attention to New England, trying to find the best option available heading into the weekend because we want a piece of this rushing attack. But as of right now, we just don't know who it's going to be. Leonard Fournette, another one of those guys splitting touches in the backfield with Rachaad White. He's getting work in the passing game. He's getting work on the ground. None of it is overly productive at this point, so he's here on the outside looking in. Latavius Murray of the Denver Broncos, really the only show in town for Denver. Not a whole lot of quality touches to go around there, though. Jerick McKinnon. I included Jerick McKinnon not just because he had a big week last week, but in a matchup this week against Houston, if they get up big in this game, maybe we see a little bit more Jerick McKinnon sprinkled in. And then lastly, Samaje Perine. I mentioned when we talked about Joe Mixon. If we're missing multiple weapons in this offense, not only is Joe Mixon going to get more work, but we could see a little bit more Samaje Perine in the passing game as well. So don't overlook him. We kind of need to wait and see who's available for Cincinnati this weekend. But that's going to do it here for the Week 15 rankings. Do me a favor, if you enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I don't care that it's Week 15 of the fantasy football season. We don't stop. This party don't stop when the regular season stops. We go all year long. We got some big plans coming for 2023 that you do not want to miss. Some big giveaways coming up too. You definitely want to stay tuned for those. But for now, I'm going to get out of here for the day. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, a great week, and we'll talk to you later.